welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley, and y'all, it has been a minute. I know that I have been so erratic this year, and to anyone who saw me pop up on their feed and was like, yes, I want to click on that, thank you so much. I appreciate and love you so much. And I, as always, am really hoping to get back into a normal swing of things because I don't want this to be my normal. So Sephora is having a sale coming up here. I will have all of the dates listed in the description box below, as well as the different tiers. This is the sale that they do twice a year, so I thought I would round up some of the things that I've tried this year that I thought, if you're interested, might be something worth checking out. I also made sure to include some of the things that I would recommend regardless of whether they are new or not, because it might remind you that it was something that you were wanting to try, or that you have something in your own selection that you want to revisit. So I like to give you a variety. I also like to point out that just because there's a sale going on doesn't mean you have to buy anything. Please don't feel pressured to buy something simply because it's on sale. I know I myself have fallen into that category a time or two, or 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 over the years. So if you don't need anything or want anything, don't feel pressured to buy anything. So with that said, let's go order of operation. And let's talk about the one and only primer that I have here to talk about. I haven't been doing a ton of primer this year, but if I am doing primer, this is the one that I always reach for. So this is from Danessa Myricks. This is her Yummy Skin Glow Serum. This came out last year, and I really enjoyed it. It comes in two different shades. Mine is Main Squeeze. It's more of a neutral, fair leaning type of illumination property to it, but there is also a more golden sense as well. So when I say illumination, this is an illuminating primer. However, it is not glittery or Tin Man or shiny. It just gives the most beautiful, healthy, lit from within sort of look to the skin. In fact, this is so friendly that it can be worn completely on its own and you won't look crazy. It also has a ton of skin benefit ingredients in it, and I just love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I have that full size there, as well as a mini that I got with a code, because I really like it so much. As far as foundations go, I do have the Yummy Skin Tint from Danessa Myricks. This was released at the same time that, no, just kidding. This was with the first foundation release. This one was actually released this year. So this is the Serum Skin Tint. This is what I am wearing today, and it is absolutely lovely. It gives a really beautiful coverage without being heavy or cakey. When it comes to all of the skin tints that I own, this one is on the higher end of the coverage, but again, it is so buildable and so skin-like and so lovely. And just like the primer, it does have skincare ingredients in it, which your girl is 42. I will take skincare infusion almost anywhere I can get it, because you can't do enough good things for your skin, I feel like sometimes, especially as you do start to kind of round that mature corner. This is just a lovely product. I never find that it settles into any of my fine lines. It doesn't, for me, emphasize any texture on my skin. I can apply it with a brush, with a sponge, with my fingers, and it looks lovely regardless of my application method. Really like it. My other very favorite foundation of all time did come out last year, I'm pretty sure, or the year before. This is from NARS. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. I am in the shade Mont Blanc, as I am with, I think, all of NARS's foundations. I love this. I've raved about this since I tried it. Again, it has some skincare ingredients in it. It gives a beautiful skin-like sort of satiny finish to it. It is definitely a little bit more on the luminous side of that, but it's not like super dewy. It looks like really healthy, happy skin, and that's what I think most of us are really going for. So this is one that I definitely recommend, and I'm pretty sure it's still $49. The sale is the time to get it if it's one that you have been eyeing. The one though that I have been absolutely over the moon for and cannot stop using is the new Fenty stick. So these are the Eavesdrop Blur and Smooth Tint Sticks. I have mine in the shade 2. And y'all, I love this. This is the one that I've been gravitating towards every single day without fail. Today is probably the first time in weeks I haven't worn this, with the exception of when I was in Texas. I took the NARS there because I was going to a wedding and just wanted to carry one thing. But gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And the application is so easy. I just swipe it on, I pat it out with my fingers. This is the one product that I love to apply with my fingers. You know, I hate putting on makeup with my fingers. I feel like I don't get the sort of seamless look that I am able to achieve with tools. This is an exception to that. This looks amazing no matter what I do, and I'm obsessed with it. It definitely seems like it doesn't come with a whole lot. It does though. So I was kind of off-put by how visible it seems, but I think it's just because the packaging is clear. I compared the kind of net weight of this versus other foundation sticks out there, and it falls right in line with everything else, so don't let that throw you off, because like I said, I was kind of off-put by it visually, but it is absolutely stunning. And the concealer that I have been pairing with it almost every single time is also from NARS, and it's also something that I apply with my fingers. So this is the NARS Light Reflecting Eye Brightener. Beautiful, beautiful. I have mine in the shade Night Swan. It blends out so effortlessly and just melts into the skin. This is a pair that is made for each other. They are so beautiful together, and they just blend so easily into one another that it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. It just looks like you have beautiful skin. And honestly, this is the pair that I get the most compliment on. I went into Bath & Body Works the other day, and the girl who was checking me out, she was like, I need to know what you're wearing. And that almost never happens to me. And that's what I was wearing. I was wearing the Fenty stick and this concealer, and it is just absolutely perfect. When I'm wearing a different foundation, just because I really enjoy the ease of being able to use my fingers for both with that set. With everything else recently, I've been going in with the Tower 28. This has been getting so much hype, and for good reason. So this is the Tower 28 with very, very teeny tiny, I'll pop it up because I can't read this. This is the new concealer that they just released, and it's incredible. It is so pretty. It blends out with a sponge or with a brush so easily and so seamlessly. Mine is in the shade BU, and I could not ask for a better shade match. It is gorgeous. It lasts all day. It never makes my under eyes look crepey or heavy. It is self-setting. So if you are somebody who does not like using powder, that is an excellent option for you. I always powder just because it's habit for me, but I only put on just the slightest, tiniest amount because it's just so beautiful and perfect. So cannot recommend those two highly enough. When it comes to powder, I've only got one that I'm going to talk about, and I've talked about it before, and honestly, everybody has talked about it before. It is the Kosas Cloud Set. I have mine in the shade Airy, and it's not going to look like I've used it a lot. I swear I have. I just don't need a ton of powder. Everything that I wear just is in a thin layer, and just putting the smallest amount of this powder on top of it just gives it the absolute most beautiful, flawless, perfecting finish. This is stunning. This is stunning. It gets the hype for a reason. And if you have not checked it out, this is an excellent time to do so if you have been looking at it. When it comes to cream products, again, this is one that has gotten so much hype, myself included, and for good reason. It is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Mine is in the shade Light. Look at all that big, beautiful pan in there. Ooh, whew. It is heaven, and it is so easy to work with. It blends out, again, so easily, so effortlessly. You can wear this just on its own because it doesn't look like makeup. it just gives your skin that beautiful sort of, not contoured look, because that is not what bronzer does, but it gives shape back to your face. It warms it up in the places that you would want it to, and it just is so easy and lovely to work with. If you are a beginner for cream products, this is an excellent suggestion. And to kind of pair along with that, they have a line of blushes as well that are the same formula. This one is in the shade Barely Blushing. It is what I am wearing today. No additional powders over it. And again, it has that beautifully translucent sort of finish to it that just makes you look healthy and alive without looking like makeup. So this definitely, I'm curious to see what they would do with this formula and a highlight, because I don't think that exists yet, and I'm so curious to see what that would look like. Also, when we're talking about cream blushes and oldie but a goodie, Tower 28, you cannot go wrong with Tower 28. Their Beach Please line of cream blushes are stunning. So easy to use, so forgiving. This one that I have here is in the shade Office Hours. Magic Hour is my favorite, but just wanted to give you kind of an idea of some of the other shades, because I'm not gonna lie, Magic Hour, very similar to the Makeup by Mario one that I just showed you. So wanted to give you at least a little bit variety, because I have a type. I have a type. And then when it comes to another newer cream product for me, Say released a whole bunch of well, not a whole bunch, a few of these. They are the Glow Sculpt. I have mine in the shade Mauve Glow because someone on Instagram used it and it looked amazing. So this is kind of a hybrid between a blush and a highlighter. So it's a glowy blush. That's actually what they're called. These are beautiful. These are absolutely stunning. If you are someone who likes the glow of a highlighter but doesn't like highlighter, this will give it to you, because those glowy blushes, it just makes you look so healthy. I feel like I'm just going to say that over and over again, because here's the thing. When it comes to a lot of these products, and a lot of times when we're wearing makeup, we're not trying to cover ourselves up. We're just trying to, you know, make ourselves look and feel our best. So having something that makes us look healthy is more often than not what we're going for. I know, at least for me, that's a big thing. I mean, aside from eye makeup, because that's on its own level. But a lot of these products are not going to be aggressively detectable. Again, I'm a little bit on the older side, and I like things that are just easy and effortless. So a couple of powder products. I know. I picked it up earlier this year. This is the Gucci blush in the shade 01. It is a beautiful rosy toned blush. I have neutral undertones, so sometimes buying fair complected blush or bronzers rather can be a little bit tricky. They pull a little bit funny on my skin, but this looks amazing every single time, no matter what. And I hate that it's so expensive, because it really is just so pretty. As far as blushes go, I still think these are my favorite powdered blushes for a while. So these are the House Labs. I have two shades. I have Watermelon Bliss, which is real loud. And my very favorite is Pomelo Peach. It's just perfection in a compact. Absolutely love it. Goes with almost everything. No matter what I do with my eyes, more often than not, this is going to complement it, and it gets so much use. I know it doesn't look like it, but it really does. I absolutely love it. And when it comes to highlighter, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Rare Beauty ones. These got so much hype when they first released, and they were just sold out everywhere for so long. And they're amazing. They're absolutely beautiful. And to be honest with you, you can't go wrong with almost anything from Rare Beauty. That is definitely a brand that just shines. So yeah, definitely recommend those. To kind of round things out a little bit, I do have one spray that I'm still incredibly obsessed with, Tower 28. This is the SOS Save Our Skin spray. Technically, this is skincare. I use it as a makeup finishing spray because longevity is not what I'm after. I just want to melt everything together and, again, give it more of that seamless look. This has, of course, amazing skincare ingredients in it because it is skincare, but it also is something that over time helps with natural redness, which I do have quite a bit of. So absolutely lovely product. For eyes, I have one eyeshadow palette. Shocking, I know. But I'm an indie girl at heart. I have purchased so many eyeshadow palettes this year. Almost none of them have been mainstream. They have almost all been indie palettes. And I've picked up some amazing, wonderful ones. The only one from this sale that came to mind when I was thinking about eyeshadow palettes is the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona. This palette is stunning. It has all of the shades that gravitate towards my heart. It is swampy, beautiful greens and gold and yellows and browns, and it is beautiful. I love this palette so much. Mascara, we have a new one that I have really been enjoying, and that is from Benefit. Benefit, God, they nail mascaras more often than not, and FanFest is their newest release, and it's absolutely lovely on me. It definitely stays all day without flaking or transferring. That's one of my big criteria when it comes to mascara, is that it cannot transfer to my lower lash line. So many mascaras do that to me, and I have to rule them out because that's not the look I'm going for. This is beautiful. It washes off. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but it's not a waterproof formula. Lovely, really enjoy it. And then we'll finish off with lip products. So I do have 3 lip products to talk about. The first one is very new to me. It is from Ilia. This is not a new product. It is new to me. So this is the Lip Wrap Hydrating Mask. So I recently went back to Texas for 10 days and learned very quickly that Texas does not agree with me. Everything dried out. My lips were so flaky and scaly and horrible no matter what I did to them. And a makeup artist that was working with me recommended this. So I immediately purchased it and I really do enjoy it. I use it during the day, like as a first step when I'm getting ready. And it's really nice. He said it has an enzyme in it that helps to break down the dead skin cells, which I definitely need. So really enjoying this. It also comes in a squeezy tube if you're not a fan of potted products. And oldie but a goodie, Summer Fridays. I love their lip butter balm. I miss their old packaging. I am probably the only one. They used to have a tin packaging and I really enjoyed it. Now it's in a plastic squeezy tube with the little clear plastic applicator. Still an amazing product. So this one is one of the colored versions. This is in, what one was this? Just vanilla beige. I also have the clear one downstairs. I have gone through and used these up. They are awesome. Really like this for daytime. And the only actual new release when it comes to lip products is from Milk. These are so good. These are their Odyssey lip oil glosses. I want them all. I'm not going to buy them all because I will never use through them. Let's be honest, I'll never use through most anything. But I decided to pick up the shade Trek. It is a beautiful sort of pinky situation with teeny tiny itty bitty little reflective pieces in it. You cannot feel them. They are just so lovely and beautiful. It feels amazing. It looks amazing. Stays on longer than you would expect for a lip oil, and I just cannot say enough good things about them. So those are the things that I am personally familiar with and do recommend, but let's talk about a couple of things that are on my maybe to purchase list. There are not a ton of things that I'm super interested in, which from a wallet standpoint is probably great, but it kind of makes me a little bit sad because I usually look forward to holiday releases, especially the kits and things like that, and I just don't find myself that interested in a lot of things this year. So let's talk about a couple of the things that I have on my tentative to buy list. And one of them is from Rare Beauty. So I do love their bronzer sticks. I have, what color do I have? I have one of them. I didn't know and I didn't see it. And I liked it. It was in the original release. I think it's like Power Hour or something like that. And it's nice. It's just a little too warm, but it was the fairest shade that I had available. But earlier this year, they released a new one in the shade Happy Soul. It was sold out when the last Sephora sale came along. So if I can, I think I want to pick it up in this round of the sale because I think it's got just a better undertone. It's a slightly cooler sort of shade, and I think it'll just complement my skin tone better. Kind of like with the Gucci bronzer, it just has a little bit of a cooler, rosier undertone, it appears. So I'm kind of hyped for that. There are some skincare items that I have every intention of buying, one of which is from Dr. Jart. I'm going to get a full size of their Ceramidin Skin Barrier Moisture Cream. I've gone through a few of the minis, and I'm going to go ahead and buy a full size because it is wonderful, especially when my skin is just really angry and dry. This is an absolute lifesaver for me. I can still feel it hydrating in the morning when I wake up. It's beautiful. Really, really enjoy it. There is, I don't know why, there's a YSL lipstick that just calls to me, and I'm kind of afraid of it. So it is the shade N1 Beige Trench. I'm so afraid that it's going to pull concealer lips on me, but there's something about it that just makes me want it. So I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. It's $45, which is insane for a lipstick anyway. I don't really go to Sephora. There's not one that's super near me, so I don't know. What do you think? There is from Crown Affair their leave-in conditioner. I had a sample of it and I really enjoyed it. Maybe, I mean, it's $48, which again is crazy for a leave-in conditioner for your hair, but it was really nice. So I don't know, kind of on the fence about that. The little minis kit from Rare Beauty that has the 2 blushes and the 2 soft pinch highlighters. I do want that. I have one of the mini blushes already, which is a bummer, but I don't think I have any of the other 3 items, so I feel like that could win out. From Pharmacy, my Green Clean. I love my Green Clean. I will definitely be buying that. I think I'm going to do their holiday pack. I think the scents this time around really speak to me. Also, I did use up the new makeup removing balm from Tatcha, and I really liked it. So I will probably buy one of those as well. And that should get me through the rest of this year and the first half of next year or so. I hate that I liked it though, because it's expensive and it's almost the same. It's a little bit more expensive than the Pharmacy, but it's only got like half the product in it. So not a good value, but it worked really, really well and I really enjoyed it. I do want to try the tubing mascara from Hourglass. I love tubing mascaras because they stay really well. They don't flake, they don't transfer, and they're very easy to remove. And a lot of people have talked about how good the Hourglass one is. So I kind of want to try it, but I have a lot of mascaras. In fact, I picked up the Trend Mood box recently, and it had the new one from KVD in it, which is also a tubing mascara. This is the full sleeve. I've only used it once, so I don't really have an opinion on it as of yet, but it feels foolish to buy another mascara when I'm trying out a tubing mascara as it is. So I don't know, but it's calling to me. I do want to try the new Glossier foundation, the Stretch Fluid foundation. I've seen a lot of good hype about it, and again, it's chock full of skincare ingredients, which your girl is a fan of. So I'm very interested in trying that. Maybe even the stretch concealer, because I know that's an oldie but a goodie. I've never tried anything from Glossier, so I am curious. Sephora favorites. There is one Sephora favorites kit that I do not have and that I am looking hard at, and that is the one with all of the hair care items. I personally love and use the Pureology Hydrate line, and it's got 2 minis in there, which for me is awesome because I do double cleanse my hair. I will use a clarifying shampoo first and then a regular shampoo second. So I only ever need the mini of the shampoo specifically because I use so little of it that I only buy a full size of the conditioner. So re-upping on that along with trying some other stuff that I haven't tried feels like a good idea. Hear me? I can talk myself into just about anything. Danessa Myricks. Ooh, I have not purchased any of the Lightwork eyeshadow palettes, but the Lightwork 5, I want it. I want it in a way that I have not wanted any of the other ones. I think this, even if I don't buy anything else in the sale, this is one that as long as it's not sold out, I will absolutely be buying. It looks amazing. Am I ridiculous? We already know the answer to that question. Do I want to buy the Melt highlighter from Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, I do. It is so cute. And it will break my heart to use it, which is another reason why it would be a foolish thing to purchase, but I really want it. I do. I really want it. All right, so the last 2 things that are on my maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't sort of list. The Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette that they just re-released. Everybody is so bananas for that palette. And it looks beautiful. I was eyeing it when it was released before. But the question is, I mean, look at what I do. Do I need another neutral palette? Probably not. Definitely not. So why am I still looking at it? Is it because it's beautiful? Yes. Is it because it's really hyped? Maybe. Is that a good reason to buy something? No. Can I stay strong? I don't know. But yeah, it's one that I'm definitely looking at. I just don't know if I'm going to move forward with it. And the last one is Urban Decay. Interestingly enough, their Moondust little quad that they're releasing. I think there are 2 versions. The only one that I've been able to find is the one of those that I think I would want because it's got Star Cowgirl, Space Cowboy, Wild Dipper Rides Again, and Cosmic Space Dust. Cosmic Space Dust is the one that speaks to me the most, as well as Space Cowboy. In all of my years of buying makeup, I've never owned Space Cowboy, and it's one of the most talked about eyeshadows ever, I feel like. I mean, that could be an exaggeration, but I don't think it is. So $39 for 4 of them, I feel like for me is justifiable. I think that's why I never purchased the individual, because I feel like they're like $22 each. And I just had a hard time bringing myself to purchase a single. But 4 of them for $40 puts them at 10 bucks a piece, and that I could get behind, especially if it's on sale. So that one is probably going to be one that I get, but let me know your thoughts. Talk me out of anything, or honestly, feel free to try to talk me into something. Whether it's something that I've talked about or something that you are excited about, I would love to know it. So definitely tell me what you are thinking about for this sale in the comments below. And with that, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.